Regardless of how effective an organization is, if the public and consumers are not aware of the business's brand, products, services and contributions, its impact will be minimal and survival rate low. While a public relations campaign that educates and informs people about the contributions of the organization enhances its brand recognition and makes it more relevant in the public eye. PR practitioners do just that, and this month they are celebrating themselves and applauding their own successes via the PRISM Awards. To discuss this lucrative profession, challenges and perceptions, I have with me Bridget von Holdt, the awards convener and a veteran in this field of profession. Welcome. What a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you. Good to be here.
The PRISM Awards, also known as the Oscars for the PR industry. Why is this award so important?
Well, it recognizes the professional for the work that they have done, for the campaigns that have been successful, and for the reputation and brand building that they've done on behalf of their clients or the companies that they work for. It's the only award in our country that actually recognizes public relations. It's not linked to advertising, it's not linked to direct marketing or anything like that. It's public relations in every sense of the word.
Yeah, there is a perception out there, perhaps a false one, that where the view is that PR is an extended arm of marketing, but authenticity is key to strategically drawing up communications plans for an organization, and that impacts on brands.
Very much so. You know, there's a place for PR and marketing. If you're launching a brand, or if it's a new product launch, or you're boosting sales, yes, there's a link between PR and marketing, but it's very much a strategic principle now. It's linked at
it is to protect the brand.
It's to protect the brand.
And to communicate effectively to your brand community.
And build the reputation. I think reputation rests in the hand of the PR practitioner. Because it's what the public or your target audience has to say about your product or brand that makes it successful.
I think it'd be correct to say PR is a true extension of communications as a field, but the game has changed so much since the explosion of social media. Tell us about that.
I mean, when I went into the industry over 20 years ago, it was about that hard printed out press release that we used to run around from journalist to journalist with a transparency. Now everything is electronic. In fact, when we issue a media release, we actually even tweet that journalist so that journalist knows that the press release is there and that the subject matter is out there for public consumption. So social media has changed the way that we work. It's not only just about digital or the website, it's about interacting 24 hours a day, 365 days of the year, and engaging. And I think that's where the big change comes. We're not just telling, we're getting feedback from the target audience, from the consumer and from the public.
Yeah, it really is multifaceted, because you mentioned that you can reach out to journalists from a journalism perspective as well. It's a way of also gauging public opinion, but I'm sure from a PR perspective, you're also reaching out to consumers on behalf of your customers, your clientele.
Very much. That's why that's that engagement that I was referring to. Now, right there and there, you can actually see how the customer is engaging with you, their reaction to your product or your news announcement. They're engaging directly with the company. They don't have to go through third parties. It's right there. So it's definitely made a huge impact.
And authenticity would be key to that, because consumers as well are becoming very discerning in their opinions.
Well, they're our endorsers. And if they don't like your product or your service, they're going to go out there and tell everybody, whether it's on Facebook or whether it's on Twitter or whatever it might be, they're going to go and tell everybody. So you need to be able to nip that criticism in the bud, if it is a criticism, or you need to exploit somebody that's actually taking your brand and doing that endorsement for you, saying how great it is, how wonderful the service is, how good it tastes, how great it feels, and exploit that further.
What I like about the Woolworths brand in particular is that the CEO, when it comes to crisis management, because you mentioned negative sentiment, negative messages, the brand really stands out for me, because when there is anything negative out there, the CEO goes on air immediately to make that direct contact with their consumers, and that counts for something in crisis management, does it not?
Very much so. That CEO engagement, that he's not hiding behind a practitioner, or he's not hiding behind a press release, or he's not hiding behind a door of some sort, that he is prepared to actually talk to his customers.
And to apologize if need be. Just say, we're sorry, we made a mistake. Yes. It keeps the brand alive, and keeps people faithful to the brand.
And people then make him a real person, and they can understand that mistakes can happen. And I think that is key for communication, and particularly in a crisis situation.
That is why that brand always stands out for me, just because of that one simple act of recognizing consumer complaints and reaching out. I want to talk about the PRISM Awards. I'm very excited about attending the awards. It will be my first. It's your 19th.
It is.
As convener. What can we expect? Is there an overall winner? Give us a sense of how the judging takes place and what we can expect at the awards function.
Well, we had over 200 entries this year in various categories, from digital media to event planning to publications, social media campaigns, publications. We even had a student category this year. There are individual awards. There's the Lifetime Achievement Award, and then there's the Campaign of the Year. Pan-African was an introduction about 2 years ago, Pan-African Campaign of the Year, and then the overall Campaign of the Year, which is perhaps the highlight of the PRISM Awards. But I must say the standard was very high this year. We had over 50 judges, and judges from all walks of the communication environment, people that utilize public relations, people that are involved in public relations, people that understand what our game is all about, what our practice is all about. A very impressive array of judges. And they put a lot of effort into judging these awards. So a winner knows that they truly are a winner.
So it's bragging rights for the winner as well?
Absolutely.
Does it open more doors?
It opens doors. A lot of people and a lot of companies use the PRISM Awards to promote their services, to promote their companies. And there have been quite a few of them that have actually launched their companies and grown their companies on PRISM Awards.
That's very exciting. Sounds fantastic.
Our new award this year is going to be the Lifetime Achiever. I think that is going to be a highlight. And then we've got the students involved, and I think they are the upcoming practitioners, and for them to be exposed to the expertise and campaigns like this, I think it's just such a wonderful experience for them.
That sounds good. Which brings me to my next question. How competitive is this industry when it comes to skills, especially?
Well, we've got lots of universities out there offering public relations as a course. There are not so many job offers for all the students that are out there in the job market. So you really have to be good, you have to be talented, you have to be well presented, you have to sell yourself. So public relations is about storytelling and about presenting yourself. So it actually has to start from that point. When an intern or a fresh graduate arrives in that office for a job interview, they have to start selling themselves from that moment onwards. And they're very reliant, the universities are, and the courses, they're very reliant on the profession as a whole to provide internship, because that gives them the experience, the true life experience, what public relations really is.
And that's encouraging for young people.
So, I mean, it's an internship, and most of the graduates have to go through an internship in order to qualify. But there's some great talent out there. There's some great skills that just need to be harnessed and nurtured. And when I see some of the campaigns that were submitted, I'm really encouraged to see the standard that's coming out of our universities.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much for your time. I look forward to seeing you soon at the award ceremony.
Thank you for the time.
It's a pleasure.